I think it's difficult to be very optimistic for the European Union for 2013. The only sort of upside that we are seeing is that the U.S., the North American continent, as well as Asia, we're more positive than we were about 6 months ago. So we think that may be a positive and pull, forward countries like the U.K., countries like Germany, which in turn will have a positive, give positive momentum to the other European economies. So, we see a barbell strategy with either going very core, if you're risk averse, to real estate debt or very core markets in Europe, or at the other end of the risk spectrum, go very opportunistic. And we see some very interesting investment opportunities opening up across the continent. We're very active in logistics. If you just compare the current yields today in logistics with what's going on in the U.S., the prime yields range between 5.5% yield. We're more than 200 basis points on top of that in Europe. The main reason is that logistics is not perceived today as being a mainstream asset class or property type. We think that will change over time. We expect portfolios to actually yield relatively attractive returns, income returns in particular, and then we'll see more investors coming in with the traditional either listed sector operators or fund managers like ourselves. The other sector which we think will be probably repriced is the office sector in some of the key markets, particularly in France. We see an interesting potential development in La Défense, where we do have relatively mildly looking vacancy, but a lot of assets coming to the market that could potentially bring up the vacancy rate to a very significant level. So that will probably be a trigger to some sort of repricing and reshuffling of cards in this market. The other market which we're actually monitoring, not yet deploying capital in, is Italy, where a number of funds will come to maturity, and we've done some research in pinpointing with the quality of assets that will come to the market. On top of that, the Italian government is actually putting from 3 to 5 billion, that's just been announced, worth of assets with long leases onto the market, again in a market starved with debt capital.